Good afternoon, Spurs fans everywhere. This is Thfc Till I Die doing the watch along for the tricky match against Newcastle away today. I don't think any of us need any reminding what happened here last season. It was one of the low points. It was the low point of the season, I think, when we got beaten 6-1. I don't think that's going to happen today. In fact, it'd be nice if the scoreline was reversed. But anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. So if you can have a look at the team there, it's going across the bottom. There's a couple of changes. We've got Vicario in goal, obviously. The back four picks itself. Pedro Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, and Udogie. Bentancur is starting, along with Basuma in midfield. Sarr's dropped to the bench. Maddison also playing, obviously. And the front three is Johnson, Son, and Werner. With the subs, a very strong bench. Compared to the Newcastle bench, this is very strong. Austin in goal, Ben Davies, Dragusin, Emerson Royale, Brian Hill, Emil Højbjerg, Kulichevsky, Lo Celso, and Sarr. So can I just say, like, I find it very, very hard on Spurs fans to have to get to Newcastle for a 12:30 kickoff. I mean, it's about 300 or 400 miles up there, and it's a very early start, and shows the TV crowd absolutely no consideration for the fans. You know, even a 3 o'clock kickoff would be more appropriate for a distance to travel like that. But what can we do about it? Let's just hope the Spurs team wake up this time. That sometimes on 12:30 kickoffs we're a little bit sleepy, and you know, we can't afford to be that. If I just put up the Newcastle side, and while they have it's a weakened side, they do have a couple of tasty little players in there. They've got Dubravka in goal, Murphy, Kraft, Schär, and Burns the back four. Longstaff, Bruno, and Anderson the middle three, and the front three is pretty good. Well, Harvey Barnes, Isaac, and Anthony Gordon. Now the subs bench isn't great. You've got the likes. A lot of the main men are missing off that. Callum Wilson's not there, and you know, there's strikers are missing. So Dummett, Gillespie, Hall, Carrier, the two goalkeepers on the bench. That's always a sign they're down to the bare bones. Karius, Livramento, Murphy, Parkinson, Ritchie, and White. So that's the Newcastle side. There's about 10 minutes to go before the kickoff, and Dermot, I'm afraid he might join us later. He's having an issue getting a stream for the game, so we'll have to wait and see if he can join us. Comments wise, Shamu from New Zealand. Hey, Shamu. God, look, it's what, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock at night for you. Not too bad. And Shamu saying penalty incoming for Spurs today. Listen, I don't think if a Newcastle player picked up the ball and shoved it up his jersey, we get a penalty. We just don't get penalties. Unlike, I think Arsenal have had 9 penalties this season, and then they don't even get one given against them, and the boy handles the ball in the penalty area. So, where's the justice in that? Anyway, and Shamu was saying it's 11:23. So you're what? You're 11 hours ahead of us in New Zealand. Oh boy, very good. I suppose this is better for you than the 3 o'clock kickoff. At least it'll be bedtime when it's over, not middle of the night. Excuse me. So, any other Spurs news that I can think of? No, I think we want to shout out to the ladies team. I think they're playing at Leicester in the Ladies FA Cup semi-final tomorrow. So that'll be great now for Spurs. Ladies team were able to pick up a trophy. It really would be great. So anyway, what we got? And Shamu was in again saying it's a primo kickoff time. Yeah, it is indeed. So, just give us anyone that's watching it, just give us your predictions. What do you think the score is going to be today? Are we gonna get revenge for last year? They'll be looking for revenge for earlier in the season when we hammered them 4-1 at the Spurs Stadium. So they'll be there. They're the crowd at Newcastle worries me. They really are very noisy, and they get behind their team. I think we need to silence them. Let's continue the trend of scoring in the first half for a change, like last week against Forest. I think that was the first goal we scored in the first half for God knows how many games. So I think we're going to need a goal to settle us down, because they will come at us from the start. I think that's pretty obvious. They'll be thinking of what happened last year, and so will we. Although not many of the team are starting that started last year. Of course, this game last year in April was the infamous the second half. Remember, he feigned injury or said he was injured and couldn't come out, and Fraser Foster had to come out and finish the game. And we competed more in the second half. We didn't actually score. I think Harry Kane scored, but that was a real consolation goal, So I'm just looking at the stadium. It's a lovely stadium, St James's Park, stuck right in the middle of Newcastle, right in the middle of the town. And that big stand that the Spurs fans are in, anyone that's got vertigo better stay away from it. It's absolutely up in the sky. It really is, I'm just looking at a policy there. Spurs are the sixth highest scorer, along with Newcastle. The 5th and 6th highest scorers, 5 goals each in the Premiership. So there should be goals in this match, Let's just hope that they all go in at the right end. And what kit have we got on today? I think we're wearing that pucy, pinky, whatever you want to call it. I don't like that kit. I think we should be wearing our we should be playing all white today, really. But anyway, we're not. Shamu was also saying Son penalty and Basuma goal. I'll take a goal from anybody. Newcastle are 13 points behind us, with a goal difference of plus 13. So the goal difference isn't even as good as ours. So as I said, they were the team last season that broke into the top 4, probably at our expense, really, and they're expected to push on because of the Saudi Arabian connection, all the money that they've had, but they've been hampered by financial fair play. They haven't been able to spend the money, and I think there's going to be a big revamp in Newcastle during the summer, including a change of manager, because I don't think Eddie Howe is going to be there. I think he's going to get his P45 shortly. So the teams are just coming out now. Newcastle in the black and white stripes. They're not sponsored by Newcastle Brown Ale anymore. See, RNID, whoever that is, and Son coming out with a mascot who's almost as tall as he is, and the Newcastle mascot, lovely little. That's lovely now. See a little girl coming out like that. That's fair dues to them now. That's nice. So we only have one mascot. They have one for every one of their players. So anyway, that's the story. So anyway, Shamu is also saying, think they are getting Adidas sponsored kits next season. They'll be stoked to move away from Castore. Yeah, Castore have made a big inroads into all that type of team sponsorship. They've done very well. And Chris Welsh is saying, big up, mate. Hope you're well. Hi, Chris. Sorry about Carlisle, but Liverpool are still there. And Chris is also saying, I'm going 3-2 Newcastle, proper ding-dong, hard to call. Now, hopefully not. 3-2 the other way I'll take, And Peter M said, big up, Philip, and everyone in the chat. Come on, you Spurs. Absolutely. So there we go. We're going to be starting now, I'd say, in about 2 minutes. And he's hoping to a good performance. Like another Villa performance would be very, very acceptable. Fulham and West Ham, not so much. Like I know we played well against West Ham, we dominated them. We were all trying to walk the ball into the net. And Fulham was just better off forgotten altogether. That was a disaster. And I think the player I've been most watching out for today is number 39 for Newcastle, Bruno Guimaraes. I think he's a decent player. We should have bought him. He's a good player. And looking at our bench now, our team, strong lineup. I mean, it's great to have a settled back four. And look at the bench is particularly strong. I mean, the attacking elements we have there, we've got Hill, Lo Celso, Kulusevski, and then defence, Dragusin, Davis, Royale, Højbjerg, Sarr. You know, it's a good bench. Hopefully we don't need it too much, but it's there if we need it. Now, Ange Postecoglou continues to be absolutely brilliant in his press conferences. You know, I'd say he's one of the most popular managers in the press conference circuit because, unlike Conte last season, when he asked him a question, he answered in riddles. He didn't want to be an English professor to work out what he was talking about, whereas Ange just calls it as it is, and you know he'll say. I think when he was asked about what about the finance, I'm not a bank manager. He says, classic, real put down, Now there's the showing Isaac on the screen. He's the guy up front that worries me. He's quick, but so is our Mickey van der Ven. He's quicker than anybody. 34.5 million from Wolfsburg. What a bargain. I know it sounds a lot of money, but the guy is worth twice that now. Absolutely twice that. So here we go. The Spurs team in the huddle. James Maddison seems to be doing a lot of the talking. Eddie Howe there applauding. His assistant seems to do most of the shouting and roaring. What does she call him now? I forget his name now. He's been with him since Bournemouth. And Ange's got a black tie on. God, I hope that's not a prediction. Should be wearing a brighter tie than that, Ange. Anyway, who's the referee? Tim Robinson. Never heard of him. Oh, I have actually. Yeah, wonder what he's like. He's probably no better than the rest of them. So anyway, just about them getting ready for the kickoff now shortly. They're showing the aerial shots of St James's Park. It's quite amazing that Newcastle haven't won a trophy since 1969, and I think we're bad. What's that? 55 years. Incredible, for a team that size. But anyway, we'll be kicking off now shortly. My stream might be a little bit behind, so I'll just... They're taking the knee now. This is obviously certain times during the season they take the knee, and this is one of them. And we're off. Tottenham Hotspur away to Newcastle United. Well, we were off, but it was a false alarm, false start. Spurs working it down the left-hand side here. It'll be interesting to see how the possession stats stack up for this game because we are a possession-based team, And I just got to... Well, chance for Spurs there. Both balls blocked. That's a good start by Tottenham now. They almost got a shot away in the first 30 seconds there. And Chris is saying could be 3-2 to the Spurs. I was torn away. Yeah, it could be. This could be a high-scoring match. And should Van der Ven be in the team of the season? Yes, absolutely, no doubt about it. Shamu was saying honourable mention at least, Chris. Yeah. At least an SBC card. Nice. It's Vicario playing the ball out to Sonny Boy. And Chris is saying major overhaul. Oops, hang on. Major overhaul needed a call out of the summer. As for Liverpool, hopefully it was just one of them nights that's been coming. Yeah, it was about foul on Son there. It was a very unpredictable game. That, I mean, Liverpool had the chances, but just couldn't put the ball in the net. You know, part of the noise in the background, so my wife's drying her hair in the next room, so probably about that. Anyway, it's free kick to Spurs. Spurs making the early running here. It's a poor pass though. And ENS is saying, good day, everybody. Good day, Ian. How are you? Anthony Gordon breaking into the penalty area and puts the ball behind the Newcastle attacker. That's the worry. The Newcastle have got a quick forward line, so we need to be on our mettle today. We really do. And that's going to be a corner to Newcastle. Newcastle getting the right. Anderson header deflected wide for a corner by Pedro Porro. I wonder, does Anthony Gordon ever smile? He's got this perpetual scowl on his face all the time. Another corner to Newcastle. A bit of pressure coming on from now. As you would expect, we expect Newcastle to come at us in the first 10 minutes here. I think we just need to ride the storm here, and then we'll grind them down, hopefully. They'll be looking for a quick start like they got last season. I think they're about 2-0 up at this stage. We're zonal marking again, which I do not like one little bit, because players have a habit of getting away from their, getting away, finding space. Anyway, Spurs have cleared that one, and unusual bit of play there by Bassoon. We just headed the ball out for a throw-in. There's no real need to. That's good play. That's good play. Goal kick to Spurs. Destiny Udogie. Hard to tell Udogie and Basuma apart, actually, with the hairstyles. And he's very. He doesn't betray his emotions too much, does he? He just stands there. Some people complain about that. They say he should be doing a Conte on it, but I don't know. I think he'll tell the players at half time what he's doing. He'll save it up. Conte will be doing a jig on the line all the time, but was it sincere or not? Oh, lovely turn there. Beautiful turn by Werner. Well, given away. Oh, come on, Tottenham. Come on. Don't be giving the ball away like that. No, we got it back. Werner's off. Oh, that's a free kick. Referee. Werner completely blocked as he went by, then the referee gives nothing. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Werner, I'll tell you one thing. Snap up Timo Werner. Whatever they're looking for, whatever Leipzig are looking for, pay it. Because wherever he's from, he's absolutely brilliant going down that left wing. He's got pace to burn, and he skins full-backs for fun. Now the Spurs again coming down the left-hand side. Now Werner has the ball again. Plays it back. But the makers of a fairly open game, this. Yeah, Ian saying, where's Dermot? Philip, I hope everything's okay. Yeah, he said Dermot was having trouble getting a stream for the game, and he's trying to get hold of one. He may join us later. If not, I'll just keep it going. I was talking, everything's fine. I was talking a while ago. Now Spurs down the left-hand side. Chance of cross, and it's a corner to Tottenham. Shamu's in unconvincing so far, early days. Well, you do expect Newcastle to come at us for the first few minutes. They're the home side. The onus is on them to do that. But as long as we can keep them out, you know, and then set and impose ourselves on them. Romero's up for the corner. Madison and Porro. Madison swings it in. Good cross, and it's headed. Where's it gone? Oh, cleared by Newcastle. Oh, free kick. That's a bit harsh. That wasn't a foul by Basuma, but it's given on there. It's Harvey Barnes. Vicario playing sweeper keeper there again. Oh, nice play. That's good play now. Coming Johnson away down the right-hand side. Good crossover. Oh, blasted over by Werner on the run. Very difficult chance. That would have been a goal, one of the goals of the season. That had gone in. Brilliant move by Spurs. One touch. The cross belted over by Johnson. Werner hitting it on the run. Just came behind him. And he couldn't keep it down. Unlucky. Not his strongest point, though, is finishing. He'll make more goals than he'll score, that's for sure. A great move by Spurs. Pace, Johnson's pace down the right there. Electric. It's gone out for a throw to Spurs. I've always seen Brendan Johnson as it looked like a young Dele Alli to him. He's kind of... Free kick to Spurs. We know 7 minutes gone. It's our first free kick. Just run the team the Spurs team again if you just joined us late. Long ball by Vicario, cleared by Newcastle. Oh, nice. Good play by Basuma there. He anticipated the John Madison back to caught on the ball there. Good pace to the game at the moment. Both teams are playing it fairly quickly. Oh, it's a great chance for Newcastle. Good defending by Romero, I think. Pedro Porro got across there to take the ball off Harvey Barnes' foot. But a long, good move by Newcastle. A nice raking ball across. And he just couldn't get under control quick enough before Porro nicked it off his foot. There's a corner to Newcastle. So the big boys are coming up. Dan Burn is up and Shar. And Gordon to take the corner. Gordon, I never smile. No, he's taking his time on this one. That was close. Bruno hit they must have collided with the goalpost. There's a chance for Newcastle there, actually. Again, this zonal marking, they actually put it wide. How do you manage that? Oh no, it was Basuma that cleared it. A bit of pressure coming in from the home side here. A lot of corners are getting in the first 10 minutes. That one's overhit and it's headed well wide. So bit of a pressure there from Newcastle. I ended up with Harvey Barnes heading wide from a corner by Anthony Gordon. But let me just look at this again. Great jump by Burn, and it went down and it's gone wide. I suppose building up from the back again. Timo Werner gets the ball out for a throw for Spurs. Newcastle have the most goals in the Premier League this season, 117. Spurs are fourth with 110. That's quite a lot. That was a foul throw, but the referee has allowed them away with it. Ball back in the Newcastle half now. Throw into Newcastle halfway inside our half. It's been won back by Tottenham. Now, here we go. That Spurs kit is so bland. I don't like it at all. It's horrible, a bit casual there with the ball flying off a Newcastle player for a goal kick to Spurs. Was it Romero? There's Romero. I'm not watching this on a really big screen, lads. It's hard sometimes to tell who's who. Vicario goes long with the goal kick, which is quite unusual. That's a foul by not given. Gordon length on the Spurs player there, looks like a push. Oh, Vicario. Our next home game is 2 weeks' time against those who shall not be named from South London. So we've no game for 2 weeks. The Man City game next week's cancelled because postponed because of the FA Cup. So I'm wondering now, it's a long ball up the middle. I wonder, will Ange give the lads a few days off? I say he probably will because, you can overtrain these guys as well. Like the fitness levels are there at the moment. So maybe a few days off would help get their bodies back into shape again, to give them a bit of relaxation, not be training every day. Up the left hand side. Oh, good ball. Oh, not a good ball. Oh, Newcastle. Oh, very soft free kick there for Newcastle. And I see now the Manchester City game has been rearranged for the Tuesday after what was the last home game of the season against Burnley on the 11th of May, which I'm going to. And I was hoping it would be the last game to see the players, doing the end of the season march around the pitch. But unfortunately, that's not going to happen now. But, can't have everything. And Newcastle attacking down the right, or the left hand. It's good defence by Tottenham, by Romero. Corner to Newcastle again. Harvey Barnes looking dangerous, as I thought he would. Excuse me, frog in my throat here. The corners in Newcastle, but the 5th or 6th I think they've had. I haven't got a quarter. You haven't even got a quarter of an hour yet. Nice clutch by Vicario. Referee. Vicario clipped as he was going. Oh, that's not good by Isaac. Vicario just about to throw the ball out, and Isaac barged into him. Made sure he held on to the ball inside the area, that just in case the ref didn't give anything. Free kick to Spurs. Gone long again. Bit of a pot, not hitting the short ball too much today, Vicario. He's going long a lot of the time. Throw in the Spurs. Sonny's been pretty quiet so far. He hasn't really done much down the right-hand side. Now here's Johnson. Number 22 on his back. Oh, lovely ball outside of the foot to Werner in the penalty area. Come on, Werner. Shoots, blocked. Oh. Good move by Tottenham there. And what's he given now? Offside. Lovely pass there by outside of the foot. And Werner cuts back inside, tries a shot, and there's a Spurs player marginally offside. Yeah, it was offside. And that's a free kick to Newcastle. Porro again getting stuck in, as he does. Let's go back to the comments there. There's a little bit of a lull in there. Actually, the chat is quite busy here at the minute. Just bear with me a second, lads. I'm trying to just get see some of them here. My screen is a little bit. There we go. Oh, Newcastle Spurs breaking away now. This song. Balls. You can do. Again, behind Werner again. Oh, chance for Spurs and couldn't get the shot on target. Good move. ENS, and that's why I prefer Brennan over Cooler. He puts crosses in nice and early. Yeah, very true. Very true. And Peter's saying the kit is terrible. We should go back to all yellow as a third kit. Totally agree. I don't like this kit at all. It's nondescript. It's just not I don't know, it's girlish looking. Sorry girls, but it's just girlish looking. Glad you just said that about the kits and distance, though. I thought it was me having trouble. Yes, it's hard to make out the players. I just find it difficult. Oh, lovely, beautiful feet by. Oh, nobody there. Nice back heel by Son, but nobody to pick it up. And ENS saying, hi, Peter. I never liked the yellow kit either. The dark blue. Yeah, the dark blue is good. Yeah. I think Dermot might be joining us here now. And Peter M says, hi, ENS. I agree the dark blue is better, but the yellow is traditional. Well, did you get a stream, did you?
Yeah, it's called YouTube and Talk Sport. I've got radio commentary.
Right. Well, I'm probably about 30 seconds behind Dermot as well, so I'm at 18 minutes.
That is the exact time at the moment, 15:24.
What? No, I'm 18:10.
Okay, Grant. So let me just change that. If you can pause it for a few seconds.
Hold on. Let me see. What do you know? Oh, you're 3 minutes. You're 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, that's right. I need to catch up.
Yeah.
That's okay. I just got it on the screen here, Philip. It's okay. I can catch up. So let me know when you're at 18:25.
I've gone past that. I'm 18:40.
Well, what are you now?
18:44. Spurs attacking.
When you're at 19, then let's do it that way.
For 54, 55, 56, 7, 8, 9, 19. Yeah, that's it now. Nice.
Good thing I'm watching it. I'm at 18:50.
Yeah, that's all right. A few seconds behind anyway. Yeah, yeah, it's middle. Both teams have had a bright enough start to this. You know, Newcastle had a chance, and Spurs have had a couple of half chances.
Yeah.
But nothing.
You can't hear the commentary in the background, can you, Philip?
No.
Grant.
No. So
yeah, I what I've been hearing what they've been saying on Talk Sport, that is Tottenham have had a few good chances, and Werner was quite wasteful for the last one I heard.
It was a very difficult chance. It came at him very hard and slightly behind him. It was a brilliant cross by Johnson, but it was just that. It wasn't that. It was only a quarter chance. It wasn't a half chance.
Yeah. But look, it's an important win today, Philip. We have to get a win today. We have to.
Yeah, I know. Anthony Gordon is down like he's been shot.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. It was a bit of a sandwich by Maddison and Werner now, to be honest. But anyway,
it's so hard to get a stream anywhere, and it's only because my stupid provider, you have to put in a PIN to get an extra service. And when I took out Vodafone, it was a case of I wanted TNT Sports. Yeah. And then they decided, oh, no, I tell you what, put in the PIN that doesn't work.
Right.
So I've got, it's not how I want to do a watch along. It really isn't, but.
Yeah, well, so listen, at least we can do something. By the way, Newcastle players were bitterly complaining to the referee there, moaning minis about a foul by Gordon fella. I just don't like him. I just don't know what it is about him. I think he's got a bit of an attitude problem because he never smiles. He's got a face like a slapped fish, you know, and it's, I don't know, good player.
Philip, you're being really rude about fish. You're being really rude about
Well,
the
apologies
fish.
to Fish then. Okay, I was going to say slapped arse, but I thought that mightn't sound as good, you know. Anyway.
Well, it does.
Um,
But better than the poor old fish.
mm.
The lads are talking in the chat about the kit. I agree. I've seen the kit. It's terrible. I prefer the yellow kit.
Yeah, no, it's a terrible kit. I don't know what. The all white today. I don't know what. There'll be no clash, you know.
Yeah.
Let's hope next season they get rid of this one now. You know, there's Newcastle coming forward here now.
Well,
good defending by Tottenham
for Newcastle.
That's good defense. And now we're breaking. Oh, referee, that's a booking. That is a booking all day long. And he's not done us. He's not booked him. Oh, come on. This referee can join the Hall of Shame. Man has been absolutely pulled down. He's going clean through. Referee, or maybe now he's been told by VAR to book him. Hold on. Son is over complaining about it. Madison was on the go, and your man just put his arm across his chest, pulled his shirt back, free kick to Tottenham, booking all day long, not given.
It's put justice for fish.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever seen the Monty Python sketch about the fish slapping sketch. These two guys in army uniform are slapping each other with small fish, you know. Listen, this big guy picks up like a shark and just bangs the man across the head with a shark, you know. Yeah, anyway.
If anyone's got a link for this game, please send it to me on my WhatsApp. If any of you know I can get a link, or Sky Go. If anyone's got Sky Go for even an hour and a half today, can you send me the details? I want to do this properly. Talk sport commentary is doing my head in already.
Well, at least there's something to go on. It's better than nothing, I suppose. Anyway, what do we got now? We're still halfway through the first half, still no goals. Which was considering we were about 4-0 down this time last season. It's a big
we've done well. We've done well. We've done very well.
Always a chance now. Newcastle give the ball away. Oh, he's tackled. Good defense by Newcastle there. Oh, Bruno. He looks like his compatriot. He looks like a bit like Bruno Fernandes, even though they're both called Bruno. Oh, anyway. Justice for fish. Ball back in the Newcastle penalty area. They're trying to work it out. I was just saying at the start there, isn't it very unfair to have this match scheduled for 12:30? The trip the Spurs fans have to make up there, you know.
It is. There's it is what it is, if you know what I mean. There's no point complaining.
No, but they should have more thought for the fans, you know. It's the last thing they think about.
Do.
You know, even look at our game against Arsenal. It still hasn't been fixed because it depends how Arsenal get on against Bayern Munich. You know, I mean,
it is. If they win on Sunday, that just I
hope Bayern Munich bury them on Tuesday night or Wednesday night.
Somehow I doubt it.
Never know. Goes down the right here. I say it's so hard to make out the numbers in the back of the curtain. You know, I'm not watching on the biggest screen that I've got, and it's hard to make them out.
Yeah,
that's interception that was a bit risky. Oh, that's going to be a booking for somebody, I'd say. Oh, Gordon's gone down again. Oh, poor old Anthony Gordon. Someone looked at him and he fell over.
I quite like Gordon, actually.
I don't think he's a little shit. So I believe he's a very poor, he's got what will I say, an attitude. Who got him there?
Yeah,
it was Werner got him, I think. But I'm just saying that he never smiles. He's a perpetual scowl on his face. You know, must be the weather in the northeast or something. I don't know. He's mouthing off again to the ref here. Just book a referee for moaning. Referee has been very lenient, though. He's letting things go.
Apparently, VDV's been booked.
Yeah, do you know what that is? He didn't book him after the foul. He waited till Gordon had a go at him, then he booked him. Oh, no, that's player power. Anthony Gordon, you've gone even down further on my estimations now. You're moaning bollocks, yeah. If the referee wouldn't have booked him, only Gordon kept thundering on to him about it.
Big up to Joe, a Newcastle fan coming into the Hornets' nest. Big up. And he says, interesting game so far. And he says, hello. He's saying hello to everyone. Big up, Geordie. Hope you're doing well.
That's Van der Ven, but now he's got to be careful. But where was the booking for the Newcastle player when he brought down Madison? You know, this is the inconsistency of it.
Inconsistency is right. Now I've lost my radio commentary.
Oh, Jesus. Anyway.
Look, Philip, I'm going to come out here and I'm going to let you do the watch long yourself, because there's no point me trying to pretend to watch it here. It's just pointless. So I'll come out and let you carry on, and then I'll if I can get a stream, I'll come back in. If I can't, then I'll leave you to it. All right.
Whatever you think. Whatever you think.
No, there's no point me being here. I can't listen or watch the game, Philip. It's just
you lost your commentary as well, yeah?
No, I've lost everything. So it's been taken down. So there's no point me. So you might as well do the whole thing. It just seems a bit silly. All right. Yeah. If I can get a stream, I will be back.
Right. Okay. All right. See you later. Spurs down on their own. Oh, referee giving a free kick to Spurs. Yeah, this is an interesting game. It's pretty even at the minute, I suppose, the best way of describing it. Ian S saying, hi, Geordie. Peter M saying, Van der Vaart booked. Yeah, apparently it's a tossing up process. He's fouled a couple of fouls. Geordie saying, Ian S, hello, mate, big up. And Peter is saying, apparently the booking is for a number of infringements. Yeah. Right. I'm just biased. I don't look at things like that. Anyway. Newcastle fans, they've all got the new shirts. They must have a huge turnover of shirts in that Newcastle club shop. Anyway, what are we now? Nearly 29 minutes gone. Still no goals. Spurs going at this at a walking pace at the moment, just looking for a good run by Son. Oh, he should have hit it first time. Son, the ball came in over Son's right shoulder, and he tried to control it. He should have done it. He should have hit it as it came over his shoulder. He might have scored, but he didn't. Anyway, so interesting matches at the top of the table this week, and all the top three are at home. I suppose the game that affects us mostly is Arsenal versus Aston Villa, which we hope Villa will. You know, I was saying it last night. I didn't want to wash my mouth out with soap, but I'd like to see. Don't want Villa to win that game. And that's the first team playing against Arsenal I've said that about. Whoops, Spurs got the ball back here. Shoot! Oh, misunderstanding the edge of the area. Because we need to get off our backs for fourth place. Because let's face it, that's the chance for Isaac, and he scored. Isaac scored for Newcastle. A cock up on the edge of the Newcastle penalty area by Son, and I don't know who it was, and the ball breaks down to the bottom. And Anthony Gordon's actually smiling for a change. Oh God, come on. Once again, we go down in the game. What is it with Tottenham? Can we ever hold the lead or go long ball over the top? Two players back for Spurs. Oh, I don't know. It's going to be checking that for a foul there. Isaac clean through. He couldn't miss. But I'm just wondering whether they're going to check for a foul. Somebody falls over and the Van der Ven falls over. Does Gordon foul Udogie? No, he won't give it. It'll be a goal. Come on, lads, let's get back at them. Mickey van de Ven lost his footing. That's why Isaac got in so quickly. If Van de Ven had stayed on his feet, he probably would have kept him out. Oh, for fuck's sake, 2-0. Oh, for God's sake, what is going on? What is going on? Oh, for fuck's sake. What? Mickey van de Ven made a bollocks of that. 2 goals in about 30 seconds. What the hell is going on? Oh, it's the back pass. Oh, for fuck's sake. What a terrible back pass that was. What are you doing, man?
We're not doing well, are we?
What are you doing, man? Jesus, that's pathetic. I don't know who did that back pass, but he should be substituted. He should have put the ball out of play. There was no danger at all. And that fucker Anthony Gordon's after scoring.
Philip, we've shot ourselves in the foot again.
Twice. And now our goal difference is only +1 over the Villa.
Why did I go and do that? I am a stupid idiot.
Oh, jeez, that's defensively. That's awful defending.
I can't see how.
We need to go back quick. We need one back quickly. We haven't had a shot on target yet.
Oh. Don't tell me it's going to be another 5-1.
Well, I tell you, if it goes to 3-0, Dermot, I am putting my foot to the TV and going home. I'm not standing. I'm not going to lose my blood. I'll get my blood pressure up for this.
Look, I don't think.
What was Pedro Porro thinking of? He should have put the ball out of play. Oh, absolutely stupid defending. Now Newcastle will be like all over us like a rat now.
Yeah, well, look, we just have to come back. We've come back from 2-0 down before, Philip. You know we have.
This
So
is Fulham all over again, Dermot. This is Fulham all over again. We have to get a goal back and quick.
how it was so important, Philip. We got a result today with Villa playing tomorrow afternoon. It was so important.
That's why I want Arsenal to win tomorrow, and that's heresy. But I know they have to win. No one Arsenal, they'll bottle it tomorrow and they'll lose. We've got to stay ahead of Villa. We've got to stay ahead of Villa.
See, the problem with this, you've got two counter-attacking teams playing each other. Newcastle play the same way Spurs do, high line. Yeah. So
it's always going. Jesus Christ, that Isaac boy's through again. Out for a corner.
He's a good player, Isaac.
I told you I worry about him. He's fast. He's a good player.
But the problem is, Tottenham and Newcastle play the same way, Philip. We play counter-attacking football. So yeah, it was who's gonna break who first, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we're not playing counter-attacking football. We're not even attacking, Dermot. That's the problem. You know, we're not even attacking. And it's very poor now. Very
big
poor.
up to Jordan. He says, "Let's go up the two army." Big up. He says, "Welcome to the fortress." Yeah. That is a difficult place to go, St. James's Park, Philip. You know that as well as I do.
Yeah, we've won there a few times in the past, though. This is a place we've got a reasonably good record at. So, you know, we won under Nuno there.
When Newcastle are winning and that crowd get behind Newcastle.
I know that. I know that.
Do you think there's any better atmosphere, Philip, in the Premier League apart from our ground?
Newcastle, no, it's good. Yeah, it is. But, you know, I'm worried about the 5th place in the league now because after West Ham and Liverpool's cock-ups the other night, that gives the advantage back.
No,
to
I
because
downloaded something on that for the podcast tomorrow. We're level on points at the moment with Germany. It's all level. So they're
yeah, but
level on everything.
Arsenal, here we go again. Oh, let's put it wide. Good defending. Well, we are all over the place at the back here. This is pathetic.
Yeah.
If Bayern Munich beat Arsenal, that's going to put Germany ahead of us.
Yeah.
Which means finishing fifth might be good enough.
Yeah, we've got more clubs in Europe than Germany, which is rarely.
Yeah, but we mightn't have. Villa are under pressure. They're only 2-1 up. West Ham are gone, I think, and Liverpool, well, they might come back, you know. So
I think Arsenal and Man City will beat Munich and Real Madrid myself.
Yeah, but if the other three teams go out, you know, I don't know. It's another corner. This is.
He's going to have to make a change at halftime. I think he will. I think, who did he start with in the middle, Philip?
Osuma and Bentancur. I think Højbjerg needs to come on here. I wanted Højbjerg to start.
Yeah, I know you did. Aussie Guna, corner should keep us weakness. He isn't wrong there, to be fair.
What?
We have been caught out on corners with Vicario this season.
I haven't been caught today, though. So, you know, no, I think what's happened is stand on him at the corner. He can't get out. He can't get out because he's been blocked off.
Big up, Bobby says, so lads, how you feeling? How's the game? Well, I can't watch the game because Vodafone are, I can't watch the game because Vodafone are a bunch of W's, and Philip's about to put his foot through the TV if they get another one. So, yeah, the game's going very well. Philip's about to do with Dave Mackay on his TV.
Do you know something? You know what's annoying me about this Newcastle? They've always been told to get in the referee's face every time a decision goes against them, and they're influencing them. You know, it's like a man last week, the Yates fellow, was it Yates for Forest? Should have been sent off for trying to influence the referee, but wasn't. Anyway, come on, Spurs.
Big up Mr. Bobby from the Full Time Sports Network. Well, says Chris, Werner out, can't keep missing. Who else we've got? We've got Gerard also saying Philip he's learnt nothing from Fulham and Forest game. The manager needs to go to Specsavers. How can you blame the manager?
How can you blame the manager, Joe? He's not out on the pitch. He's not out on the pitch. And by the way, we beat Forest, in case you've forgotten. You know, the second half we were much better. And we will be in this game, I think, as well. We have to be. Can't be any worse.
If we can take a draw from this game, I'd be really happy.
Yeah. We've given a team that's struggling a wee bit the initiative, you know, and that's the good goalkeeping with Vicario. But again, we're totally open down the middle.
That ball behind Philip is really catching us out, isn't it, with Isaac? If you know. You there, Philip?
If he can pull this one off, I'll tell you, he deserves manager of the season. You know?
Yeah. Your picture's frozen there, Philip.
No, I'm not.
It is.
All right, I'll come back in a minute. It'll be all right. Nothing I can do about it, though. It's just that's where the internet is, you know.
Listen, Philip. I'm gonna come out seeking to get a stream for the second half, so I'm gonna have to leave the commentary to you. I can't do this with this radio commentary because it's way behind what I'm trying to do. So what I'll do, I'll come out, I'll put myself out, and then I'll seek to get a stream for the second half. I'll leave you to it.
Right, okay.
Big up, everyone. Please hit the like button and the subscription button. We're only 5 away now from 1,800, so we'd love you to get over there. And there's 95 of you watching.
Chance for Spurs. Oh, sorry, Dermot.
So please hit the like button and subscription button. Let's get up to 1,800. do it for Philip. He's doing a brilliant job doing the watch along here for us as I'm struggling to get a stream. So do it for Philip. Five of you. Come on.
Well, oh, saved by Dubravka. First shot on target from Madison. Now, who's holding his ear here? Bentancur. Ooh, that was a chance, half a chance. Oh, hang on. What did I say? Oh, that's a penalty. The man kicked. That's got to be looked at by VAR. Bentancur got kicked in the head as he went through. But no doubt the referee won't bother his arse looking at it. Dan Burn, foot was so high there. This VAR must be looking at it. Hold on now. No, of course, ball given back to Newcastle, of course. Oh, dear. We get a player sent off for doing that. We don't even get a free kick when Newcastle do it. Anyway. They're all over. It's like a bloody rash here, so they are. Another corner to Newcastle. Get to half time at 2-0. It'll be an achievement, I'll tell you. Yeah, I think Basuma. I think we need to get Basuma off the pitch. Bring on Hojbjerg. Then again, Spurs got to go back in this and game on. 2-0 down. Fucking rubbish. Absolute rubbish. We get to half time at 2-0. It'll be an achievement. Anyway. Oh, dear. There's nobody moving. They're static. They're waiting, hoping the ball goes to someone else. They're just absolutely. Now saying that, this looks like a good move. I'll cut out. We're second best all over the pitch here. Not just up at the back, but the front as well. We're nearly at half time. We can get to half time and let Ange do his magic in the second half, because like we did against Forest. Free kick to Spurs on the halfway line. And there's how many more minutes? 2 minutes extra. 2 minutes to survive, not get another goal down. Oh, dear. Anyway, the joys of being a Spurs fan, huh? And Spurs trying to build on the edge of the area, but lost control again. I mean, this is just, they're not even doing the basic things right. The everyday control the ball, pass, control, pass. They're not even doing that. I suppose building last minute of the first half now. I was trying to engineer something down the left-hand side with Werner, but he's been forced backwards. Yeah. Poor ball in there. Sonny wasn't able to control it. Sonny has been absolutely anonymous in this first half. It's one of the worst games I've seen him play. He's not getting on the ball. I don't know what he's trying to down the middle. He's just been the two big centre backs are chewing him up every time he gets near it. So I think time for a change in the second half. I put Sonny back out on the left. Werner has and maybe bring Kulichevsky back on. Anyway, coming up to half time now. That's it, half time. Very depressing. For good, decent enough 10 or 15 minutes, and then Newcastle hit us at two defensive errors, 2 goals. One from the ever moaning looking Anthony Gordon, and even his mother mustn't love that fella. And the second one, one from Gordon, one from Isaac. Isaac's was a decent goal. Gordon's goal was a dreadful back pass by Pedro Porro. Well, he had no need to pass it back at all. He should have played out of play. Put the ball right back into the danger area, and we got punished for it. So, listen, the only thing that gives me comfort is we have such a gap between 5th and 6th that it's unlikely we're going to get caught. Well, I hope not. Anyway, if we bottle it from this situation now, it'll be worse than last season. Like at the moment, we're 10 points ahead of Newcastle are now 6th at the moment if it stays that. And go ahead of Manchester United, and but they're still 10 points behind us. So anyway, let's see what the chat is saying. Yeah, I think everyone's just as shocked as I am. Nobody's any comments. The Aussie Gooner saying, bloody hell, lad, you have to be careful on the counter. Your defence is shaky. It is shaky today. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It is, And, let's see how your defence copes on Wednesday when our boy Harry Kane gets at you out in Munich. Be a different game, all right. And Paul Pablo was saying second half we could be 5-0 down. We could be. We could be. But the thing about it is, the only thing that's giving me any hope in this is that we normally do better in the second half of matches. We seem to tweak the tactics and get things better. So I don't think Newcastle will have it all their own way in the second half. Now, to get it back from 2-0 down, it's a huge ask, especially in that on sort of hostile atmosphere that's in James's Park. But let's see. Next goal is crucial. If Spurs get it, who God knows what happens. If Newcastle get it, then I think I'm switching off and going out for a walk because I don't think I can stand any more of it. I find it hard to watch Spurs when they're getting the pasting, like most of us, I think, Let's see what Ange can do at half time, So just while we're getting a break, there's a few other interesting games on today, which will have a bearing on the where the title goes. I mean, at 3:00, there's about 4 games at 3:00 today. There's a Brentford versus Sheffield United, and Brentford aren't really out of the mix yet. They're still caught up a little bit in relegation, but they'll be looking to win against Sheffield United, who, let's face it, I think are doomed. Burnley versus Brighton. It all depends what Brighton team turns up there. They can be brilliant and they can be awful, depending on what week or what the weather's like or what the mood is like. But I think they should be too good for Burnley. Manchester City and Luton. Now this could get ugly. Luton have been brilliant the way they've kept themselves in games that they really had no right to be kept in. But I think Manchester City, if they can score 3 against Real Madrid, I think they can score a few against Luton as well. So that could get ugly at 3:00 now. But we're all rooting for Luton to stay up, and we're all rooting for Man City, or not Arsenal, to win the league, obviously. So that'll be an interesting result. Then Nottingham, the Midlands derby between Nottingham Forest and Wolves. I think that'll be a draw. Neither team playing. Forest coming off the back of a 3-1 at Tottenham, need points. Wolves kind of safe in mid-table. So I think that one might be a draw. And then at 5:30, this is a tricky one. Bournemouth versus Man United. Bournemouth have done very well this season. They're at now. Manchester United, you just don't know what United team's going to turn up, do you? So I have a sneaking fancy Bournemouth might turn United over today, because United will have one eye on the FA Cup next week, even though they're only playing Coventry. I say only Coventry. You underrate Coventry at your peril, as we did in 1987. But anyway, that's another day's work. And then tomorrow we have got Liverpool versus Crystal Palace. Liverpool on Thursday. I know they got beaten 3-0 by Atalanta, which is regarded as one of the shock results of the season. Now, I didn't watch the game. I watched all the highlights of it, but Liverpool's had enough chances to win that game. It was just one of those days when the ball wouldn't go in the net for them. Salah missed a hatful of chances. So did, what do you call him? Luke Diaz hit both posts with one shot. So like Liverpool, I think will be out for revenge. I think Crystal Palace, who are not out of danger really, could be in trouble on that one. West Ham versus Fulham, the West London derby. West Ham watched them against Bayer Leverkusen on Thursday, and to be fair to them, West Ham they defended really, really well. Leverkusen were relentless. They just kept coming at them, and West Ham held out until the 80th minute or thereabouts. Fabianski had a great game, and Mikel Antonio had a couple of chances where he could have actually got a goal for West Ham, which would have really shaken things up. But I think Bayer Leverkusen with a 2-0 cushion, they haven't been beaten all season, so I can't honestly see West Ham beating them on Thursday night, whenever it is. But just a mention of Leverkusen, I think it's well worth it. They deserve huge credit for what they've done. They're a team that was founded 120 years ago. They're known as the works team of the Bayer pharmaceutical works in Germany. And this will be their first Bundesliga after 120 years if they beat Werder Bremen tomorrow. They're 16 points ahead of Bayern Munich. So at least even if they don't win tomorrow, they still have, could have a couple of opportunities to wrap it up. And who would have thought that after 10 or 11 titles on the trot for Bayern Munich, Harry Kane would not get a winner's medal in a league winner's medal this season. So he's taken the curse of Tottenham with him, I think. And the other game tomorrow is the one I mentioned earlier at 4:30, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Again, depending on that, if we lose this game today, right, then I'm afraid sorry, lads, you can kick me out of the supporters club if you like, but I want Arsenal to win that game because I think it's more important that we keep Villa behind us. Let Liverpool and Manchester City look after us. We need to look after ourselves. And I think Arsenal to win that one. They probably will anyway, but you never know. Villa can turn up and cause teams a lot of problems. So that's that. And then on Monday night, there is a game, I think. Chelsea and Everton at 8:00. Chelsea are, how would you put it, Jekyll and Hyde team. They're still in with a chance of maybe getting into the Conference League, but for the amount of money that they've spent on players and whatever, they really, really should be higher up the league. It's a very, very disappointing season for them. They've been so inconsistent; it's been untrue. Okay, that brilliant comeback against Manchester United, but I honestly don't think they've an FA Cup game next season as well. Next week against City, I think Everton will be fighting for their lives tomorrow night or Monday night. They've got 2 more points deducted by financial fair play, which, again, I don't want to rant on about this, but how in God's name are Nottingham Forest and Everton routinely deducted points, as has happened a couple of times this season to each of them, and Manchester City and Chelsea, who are also in the dock, if you like, and nothing is happening. What has happened with Manchester City? They have 115 charges against them, and yet nothing's been done about them, which I find absolutely ridiculous. It's obviously they're favouring the big boys now. They're classing Everton and Manchester and Everton and Forest as, we'll have a go at the smaller teams. They're not going to make a fuss. But I think there's more going on behind the scenes on the Manchester City thing. I think the Abu Dhabi government are getting involved there somewhere along now. Again, no proof of that. But the fact is they control a lot of the oil that comes into the UK. And who knows if they made a suggestion to the US government, the UK government, unless you treat Manchester City fairly, we'll put the price of oil up. There's something going on because there's no logical reason why they haven't been punished at this stage. And Chelsea as well. Chelsea are going to get a hefty points deduction as well. Maybe not this season, but they're going to start. They're going to 20-point deduction for what they've done as well. So it's. I just want an equal playing field for everybody, and then nobody can complain. Although we still find reason to complain, I'm sure. So let me see, what else is there? Anyone's a rugby fan? There's a big game in Dublin this afternoon between Leinster and La Rochelle in the European Championship. Leinster will be hoping to put one over on Ronan O'Gara, who will also be wanting to put one over on Leinster because he played for Munster in his day. So that'll be a big crowd in Dublin today for that. And the Grand National today as well, but I know absolutely nothing about horse racing, so I couldn't even tell you who's running in it. Let me see, is there anything else? Just gone through the news today to see if there's anything that's cropped up. SPURS news. I'd say I'd love to be a fly on the wall in that dressing room today. Interesting bit here on the Football London yesterday. Sheffield United have been hit by a 2-point deduction in the AFL, defaulting transfer payments during last season, which means they didn't pay the money when it was due. And a 2-point punishment for their right. So that'll affect them next season. In the event they're relegated, they will start next season at a disadvantage after confirmation of their punishment from the EFL. The Blades have also been reprimanded with a 2-point suspended deduction, which will be activated if the club defaults on any payment to another club under a transfer or compensation agreement for more than 5 business days after the due date is agreed on. That's pretty tough. And we all know Sheffield United are owned by a Saudi Arabian, right? But he's obviously he's one of the Aldi or Little Saudi Arabians rather than the Fortnum and Masons or Selfridges or Harrods type of Saudi Arabia, if you get my drift. Obviously, he hasn't got the money that his counterparts have got. And Sheffield United, that's tough on them now. But again, why are they punishing Sheffield United and not going after Manchester City? Another report this morning on the Spurs web is that as many as 13 players could leave Tottenham during the summer. And obviously some of the names are pretty obvious, but there's a few here. Let me see, those are given the names here. Okay, the fullback areas: Emerson Royale, Ryan Sessegnon, Sergio Reguilon, and Jed Spence potentially on their way out. Well, that's fairly Royale, maybe not, but I'd say the rest of them are definitely gone. And then up in the rest of the pitch, we've got Brian Hill, Yafed Tenganga, Joe Roden, and Troy Parrott. Troy Parrott, by the way, came back from injury last night. He scored a goal, made a goal, was substituted, and got a red card after the final whistle for some reason, which I don't know. But at least he's playing okay for his team Excelsior in Holland. And also, we could also lose 2 of our backup goalkeepers, Brandon Austin and Alfie Whiteman. So there's going to be a lot of toing and froing in the Tottenham transfer area this summer. And like Ange always said, this is a sort of a transition season for us. And to be honest with you, I don't think any of us really thought that we would be where we are, 4th in the league at this stage. I thought top 6 at a pinch, not to be going for the European Champions League. So I think next season is going to be the one where we really start to go to town on teams. And hopefully, so that 45 minutes we've just seen now wouldn't exactly instill me with confidence now. But anyway, let's see what happens. So it's getting close to time now for the second half. It's 1:32. Yeah, team should be out now in a moment or two. It's imperative Spurs get the next goal. We have to get the next goal. If we don't, then I'm afraid it could get nasty, and our goal difference will suffer, which we can't afford to, because at the moment our goal difference is only 1 better than Villa's. So anyway, let's see what happens. It'll be interesting to see if there's any changes made at halftime as well. I think that Newcastle is pouring through our midfield. Bentancur's been anonymous. Basuma's been awful. Maddison hasn't had a lot, hasn't done much. None of the forward players have even, really given us cause for optimism for the second half. That may change. Hopefully it will. Peter Crouch is up there as well, I see. Got Gav Little and Lowes in the two of them. He's about 3 foot taller than the girl he's standing with. She's looking up at him like that. Jules Breach and Peter Crouch. You need to crouch down now to be on her level. All right, Newcastle team coming in. No sign of the Spurs team yet. I'm glad I'm not listening to the commentary because I'm sure it's very anti-Spurs. I wonder will Newcastle play the same game, or will they go a bit more cautious in the second half? You know, what the delay is. They're all hanging around there waiting to go out. Be surprised now if Spurs start the same 11 at the start of the second half. Something has to change. Ange has to be ruthless here. Never mind being nice to players. Get them off if they're not performing. Spurs subs are on the bench. They're trying to make out there's anybody missing, and they're not showing a shot of it. Like our bench is a lot stronger than today, so if it goes down to that, we should be okay. But we need to get back into the game. Now, it doesn't look like there's any changes for Spurs. I'm absolutely shocked at that. I thought there would have to be a change. Anyway, second half's about to kick off. Come on, Tottenham. Do us proud there. At least compete this half and don't be overrun. Now, here we go. Free kick to Spurs. Foul by Murphy. Just check if there have been any changes on the Newcastle side. I don't think so. They don't need to change anything. No, it's as you were. Spurs under pressure again here at the start, and a long clearance up the field. That should be it. Have we ever won an away game wearing that kit? I'd love to know that because I think it's, it's so bad. They're nearly blending into the pitch. There's no contrast between the color of the jerseys and the pitch. Jesus. The Sumas have to go in hard there. Yellow card for Basuma. He got the ball, but it's just his follow through. Because the Newcastle guy's gone down as if he'd been shot by a mortar rifle, or a mortar gun. So another player now on a yellow card. That's Van der Ven and Basuma on yellows. Free kick to Newcastle just inside the Tottenham half. Another carved open at the far post again. Isaac in again there. I'm had to give away a corner. Oh, by Pedro Porro is injured. Porro is down holding his. What's holding? He's holding his feet. Emerson Royal is getting ready to come on. Is my voice coming through okay, lads? I'm having some internet issues here today. Just somebody put a comment that you can hear me okay. Yeah, Porro is going off injured by the looks of it. Emerson Royal's coming on, so early second half substitution for Spurs. I'll just run through some of the comments here. Newcastle on the attack. Now Spurs interception. Chance of a breakaway. Sonny's on his own. Maddison down the middle. Oh, the pass hits the fucking Newcastle player. This is one of the poorest games I've seen Sonny play so far, really. He's just not in it, you know. Yeah, I think my picture might be frozen. Unfortunately, there's not a lot I can do. The internet tends to be a bit sketchy here. It's been good up to most of the time, but just today now, it's obviously a Spurs fan. Now, as long as you can hear me anyway. And here we go. Spurs down the left. Werner attacking. Shoot! He shoots straight at the goalkeeper who drops it and gets on the ring. Oh! That could have been nasty. Good shot by Werner. The goalie spilled it and Spurs players went in after it and there's a bit of a pile-up in the penalty area here. I don't think, oh, that's poor goalkeeping. He got it on the second attempt. Now, Spurs a little bit more speed about them this half. Sonny again dispossessed. Now, that's got to be a mile offside. Another goal to Newcastle. Surely that's offside. With Isaac clean through. Oh, no. Come on, lads. It's got to be offside. One long ball over the top. He's in behind us. Oh, my God. He looked a mile offside. Or it's in his own half. What does it say? He's in his own half, so he's onside. Oh, this is dreadful. This is dreadful. This is going to be another last season. Mickey van der Ven wasn't even able to keep up with Isaac that time. Too many players forward, caught out of the back, dreadful defending, absolutely awful. The next game against Arsenal. Great stuff, lads. Great stuff. Come on, show a bit of fight, lads. Come on. Play for the badge, if nothing else. I mean, you're absolutely disgraceful today. You're making Newcastle look like a mixture of Bayern Munich and Real Madrid put together. Come on, now, make more substitutions. This is not good enough. The defense is so open. It's unbelievable. I don't know. It's a defensive coach. Isn't that Bednarak fella's a defensive coach? I'll tell you, he's not earning his money at the moment. That's for sure. Right, we need to get what you call him, Højbjerg or somebody on just to shore up that midfield and stop them pouring through us. And a kick from Vicario straight. Oh, damn it, this is dreadful.
How bad is it?
Terrible.
I'm just glad I can't get a stream for it now by the sounds and the score of it, Philip.
One against one on the halfway line. And I thought Isaac was miles offside, but it was inside his own half. So Royale has come on for Porro. And we are absolutely Sonny is having the worst game ever in a Tottenham shirt. I think he's probably we're making them look like the greatest team on earth here. We're not even trying.
Mm.
And what I mean, Hans has got to make substitute. He's got to do some substitutions now.
Well, why is he bringing on Royale for?
Porro's injured.
Oh, is Porro injured? Is that why?
Yeah, he's injured. Yeah, 3-0.
Did he change the midfield at all?
No. That's what I can't understand. Made no change in the midfield at all. Oh, just giving the ball away as a free kick. Now he's making the change. He's bringing on Hojbjerg and he's bringing on Kulichevsky and he's bringing on Sarr. 3 changes. And the 3 players that go off hang their head in shame. Hang their head in shame. Jesus, fucking give the ball away over there. Another free kick to Newcastle.
What is it about us playing Newcastle away, Philip?
I don't know. It's just, some teams come to Spurs and we always spank them. We didn't go with. Remember, it took us 75 years to win at Anfield. It's things like that. Clubs get mental block against playing in certain.
Do you know, we've conceded 9 goals.
And we had a good record up to last season.
Yeah.
I know.
9 goals in 2 games. I'll just go through the chat here, Philip. Big up to him. Amazed that he didn't shore up the midfield at halftime. We might have been able to rescue it.
He's doing it now, 10 minutes too late.
Yeah. Big up to Stephen.
I'm not usually critical of Ange Dermot, but I am today. He should have made those changes at halftime.
Yeah. Does anyone teach defending at this club pathetic? Matthew, even Ange knows these are clowns who can't play. Michael, big up Michael McDonald says time for an Ange super sub. Yeah, I love Philip. Do you want to log out and log back in again?
Nice. I'll try.
Because your picture is completely frozen.
Yeah, they can hear me voice, Dermot. That's all that really matters. They can hear me voice. I've checked that out already. I'll go back out and I'll come back in.
If you can. All the plastic supporters are leaving. Haha. Sell these effing clowns. Get them out of here. I am done. Time to turn off for me. Thanks. Or don't go in. 3-0. I'm not. Look. Just the same. It is the same as last season. Now, look, I'm going by radio comments. Apparent reason. That's better, Philip.
He's taking Sonny off. Kulichevsky's on as well.
So who's he put up front now, Philip?
I'd say he's probably moved Werner into the middle, maybe. Or maybe let's see now who's gone off. Basuma has gone, Bentancur has gone, and Sonny has gone.
This is the problem, and they've just said it on the commentary I'm listening to. If we defend like this against Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Philip, Chelsea,
we'll be destroyed.
We're going to be destroyed.
I just have to say that the next game against Arsenal, we've got to improve the defending, really. But see, a lot of it's down to the cover that the midfield's giving, and the midfield gave absolutely no cover.
Gordon seems to be having a field day down his side of the pitch.
He is. Yeah, they're all having a field day. Every one of them. Must think Christmas is coming.
What timing you for the game, Philip?
58:20.
Right, let me know when you get to 58:35.
31, 32, 33, 34, 35.
No. Well, I'm a couple of seconds ahead, but never thought I would say this, but Son is non-existent.
It's probably the worst game. It's the worst game he's ever had for Spurs. I'd say, bar none. Absolutely useless.
For what I've heard and what Basuma for me sounded awful.
Yeah, and Bentancur was non-existent. The midfield was like a open book. They were pouring through it.
Have these players just turned up and said, "Do you know what, lads? We're not going to do it today."
Looks like
it's like the same thing we had. Do you remember we went to Burnley under Conte, and Burnley was it Mourinho or Conte? Where we thought he was going to resign that night. Do you remember? Yeah.
Conte.
Is it that same a performance, Philip, that we're seeing today?
Yeah. It is. It's awful. And shit. I mean, honest to God, Vicario today, even his confidence seems to have gone. He's making risky. Another foul.
Oh yes, we'll stop Arsenal's title reign. We'll get our ass kicked in the stadium. I am telling you. Well, look, I still think we can beat Arsenal. I don't care what anyone says. It's a North London derby, and it's a game that we'll all be up for. We're going to hurt after this defeat, and don't tell me we're not hurting. You can see Philip's hurting. He is hurting big time. I'm hurting. Fans in the people in the stream are watching on X and on YouTube are hurting.
I reckon that the club should make a contribution to the fans that went up there to pay some of their transport costs. Imagine going 4.5 hours up there motorway to watch this.
And there's people already left, Philip.
Is there?
I would never leave a game, even if we're losing. I would never leave until the end of the game. I think if you leave before the end of the game, you're not really a Tottenham supporter. Sorry.
Madison, this is ridiculous. Madison's got booked for a high boot, right?
Yeah.
And Newcastle played exactly the same thing on Bentancur in the first half and wasn't booked. And in fact, Madison's boot wasn't even as high. The Newcastle guy's gone down like he was shot, right? Holding his head when the boots hit his back. Cheating fucker, that's what he is.
Philip, we had this. Do you remember when we went for the league against Leicester?
Yeah.
Under Poch, right? And every time we played first, we always bottled it. We always choked. The same thing's happening again. And we're just going for Champions League fourth place, but we had the chance to get ahead of Villa today. And we're 3-0 down. And it's an absolute disgrace, Philip. It really is a disgrace. Every player should hang their head in fucking shame for that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm really angry about this performance. What I've heard, Philip, from you and what I'm hearing from the commentary.
You're lucky you haven't seen it all, Dermot, because you'd be apoplectic. You'd be fucking... Nearly another one. Good save by Vicario.
Yeah. Gerard says King Kev beat us. I think it was 7-0 that time it was. I remember that. We're just 10 points behind you guys. He makes a very good point, Geordie. They're only 10 points behind us.
10 points is 10 points, lads. It's 4 games, really. You think about it.
But if look who we got to play in the next 4 games, Philip.
Yeah, but we also have Burnley and Sheffield United, Dermot. And, we're not going to get panicky over that yet. I'm not going to get panicky over that yet. We'll get. I'll tell you what. We'll win matches we're not expected to. We'll probably beat Man City and do something stupid like that. But we just get this one out of our system. That's all we need to do, and don't repeat it.
No. Ian S says it's been the same for years. That every single time we have a chance to come, we do bottle it, and we are bottling it. It's Newcastle have played us and emotionally and have played us off the pitch, and they've Tottenham have had nothing. Absolutely nothing, Philip.
14 corners Newcastle have had. We've had one.
It's like everyone today decided, tell you what, lads, let's have an off day. Van der Ven, when has he ever made mistakes this season, Philip?
Yeah, that's true. He's made
You
more
can count
today.
in one hand.
He's made more today than he has in the whole season. He's given the ball away again.
And Ange can shout and roar at these players all he wants, Philip.
But he doesn't. He doesn't. That's the thing, Dermot. Ange doesn't shout and roar. He stands there.
He does it. He does in the dressing room.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about the dressing room. We can't see that. On the side, if we're 5-0 up or 5-0 down, Ange has the same expression.
I got no problem.
I'm not criticizing that. But you just wonder if a bit more passion might be needed on the touchline.
I got no problem the way Ange is on the touchline. I have no problem with it whatsoever. Because if you look at a Conte running up and down that ling and angry,
I know that. But
off.
Hang on, there's Werner going down the left, crosses over. Oh, cleared. We're forced in with, at least we're attacking a bit here now. No. Kulichevsky is going for a corner. Right, at least we'll make it in the first in this second half. Anyway,
that is the biggest game of the season. I think the North London derby.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it is.
Geordie makes a good point. If it wasn't for our injuries, we would be in top four.
Yeah, well, we have the same problem as well, Geordie. So we'd be higher up. We had all our injuries in November and December. So every team has injuries, so they all balance out in the end,
Oh dear, bad day for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah, and still 25 minutes to go. Could get worse.
Where are you putting the blame on today, Philip? If you are to blame anyone, if you are to put the finger of blame, who are you putting it on first and foremost?
It's got to be the players. Although they haven't had the midfield. The midfield in the first half was completely overrun, and that's why plus Newcastle are pressing us high up the pitch, and we're not able to cope with that. Now there's a chance. Oh, it's gone out. I think the things that were coming off every other game are not just coming off today at all. Everything we're trying is just.
Is it this half 12 curse?
Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, even In says it. It's the early kickoff. I'm telling you that. Yeah, it is. I was just thinking that every time we play half 12, we never do well.
Yeah.
If I hear fucking Stuart Pearce say another quip about Tottenham, I'm going to fucking scream. I swear to God.
Don't mind him.
And as for the fucking commentator, he's a fucking numpty and all.
Bit of pressure from Spurs here now. See what Kulichevsky. Kulu's playing on the left.
Yeah. He's gone in where Sonny is.
And he drags it out for.
I feel that for me, I'm really angry over this performance. Absolutely angry. I know I watched the highlights and tried to get the full. I'm going to watch this match on Spurs Play later.
Well, I wouldn't. I'd delete it straight away.
Well, I've got to watch it for us to do our post-match, Philip.
I wouldn't even bother. I would just say they were crap, and that's the end of it. I wouldn't waste.
I can't do that, Philip. I can't do that. I have to make sure my facts are right in my head.
Easily do it. Why
I have to make sure I do my research. I'm just really annoyed at Vodafone. They're fucking idiots. Anyone that's working at Vodafone watching, you're idiots. Do you know what? I've just heard the stat. Newcastle have scored the same goals this season as they scored last season, 68 goals.
Mm-hmm. Very good.
So what's happening now, Philip? You're the one watching it, so what's happening? Keep us informed, sir.
Spurs are the ball back, Vicario is the ball back, but the Newcastle are pressing us on the edge of our own area. That's how high up the pitch they play there. Now we're giving the ball away again. I'd say if there's a stat for giving the ball away today, Spurs would probably break the season's record. They've just now there's a chance. Come on. It's Kulu. Madison. Everything's breaking down. Here's Hotspur. Spurs pressing a little bit here now. We're on the edge of the Newcastle penalty area. Madison with a shot just over the bar. Well, a bit wide actually, but at least it was a shot. About 2 yards over. I'd be interested to see what would happen if we did get a goal back. Would Newcastle start panicking? You know, it's one of those scenarios that it might just give us a bit of a lift.
Well, we're coming up with 20 minutes to go. You know, he's got 2 substitutions left, Philip. What do you do?
No, it's only one.
Well, who would you put on?
Who's left? Hang on. Crossover. Headed back. Hotspur shoots. It's gone away across the goal. Shoot! Blocked. Oh, bit of pressure from Tottenham here. But Newcastle got everybody back behind the ball. They have a defence today. We don't.
So, so would you, Philip? Would you start with Hotspur in the North London derby now?
Yeah, I would. I would have started them today. I think I've been proved right on that.
I know that.
Let's see who else could we bring in. We've got Brian Hill on the bench. We've got.
Are we going to really use Brian Hill, Philip? To be fair,
no. The only saying we've hardly ever used him. Oh, that's a foul. No. Let's see who else we've got. Chelsea. Could bring the Chelsea on.
Big up. It says, I am an Arsenal fan, and I genuinely feel surprised how a team can beat Aston Villa, draw with City, and lose to Fulham and Newcastle. He makes a very good point, Philip. And big up for the Arsenal. He does make a very good point, Philip.
Yeah.
Do you know how can we, Philip, go out and destroy Aston Villa away?
It just shows. Yeah, it does. All right.
And lose to Fulham and
listen, every game is different.
Yeah, but how can we, Philip? It's. I get it. I do get what he's saying. Yeah, I do get what he's saying.
There's no easy games in the Premiership. There's no easy games. You just don't.
Yeah. The Ozaguna, this can only get worse. Angie's one-dimensional. I've tried warning. Listen, mate. Look, you may be top of the league. Okay, you may be sitting there with Lego Man and all happy in Guna land and the proper Southampton club. Ange will come next season and destroy everyone in the league. Ange's going to take us to glory. We could say the same thing about Lego Man is one-dimensional. Your internet's really bad, Philip. I can't hear you.
Yeah. It took Lego Man 4 seasons. It took Lego Man 4 seasons to get where you are now.
Yeah, so look, I won't take any. Look,
can you hear me now?
Banter is great, but when it comes
to my signal's perfect here. I don't know what's the problem. I can hear you. My signal is fine.
On my end, Philip, what I can see, your head was moving very slowly, and I couldn't hear you at all. It's nothing to do with my end, because my end's perfect. So whatever reason, it must be in the air tonight or whatever. In the air, I don't know. I can't hear you.
Yeah, but can you hear me, boy? Can you hear the voice?
No.
Can you hear the voice?
No.
Can you hear me, voice?
You keep coming in and out, Philip.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear, Dermot? Can you hear me? Never
In
mind
and
the
out,
picture.
Philip.
Can you hear me?
In and out. 1 minute I can hear you, the next minute.
Well, my internet's strong. I've got a 5-bar signal here, so I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian says Philip is dropping in and out, picture and sound wise.
I'll go out again and come back in. I'll go out again and come back in.
Yeah. The Aussie Gooner says, I'm not bantering, lads. I know you're not bantering, but I will not take, I'm not going to take anything from an Arsenal fan when it took Lego Man 4 years.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to work it.
No, I'm
trying,
back.
Dermot.
I'm answering the man's question, Philip, not you. I'm not going to take anything from you. We can hear him. Yeah, it's not good though, in and out. Yeah. Big up to Ian as well. We can hear Philip perfectly, but it looks like Max Headroom. I did think that as well, actually. Big up. And again, we're being overrun in midfield. It's absolutely atrocious. The pick, it is like, yeah, well, he's going to sort it out. But look, I don't take what you say about Ange. One-dimensional. I know this, mate. I know this manager, mate. He's one of our own. He's one of my own. He managed the national team, and he wasn't great. If anyone knows him, mate. Look, I get what you're saying, but I've seen him at Celtic. I've also not. I like Ange, and I think Ange is the best manager. You cannot blame this on Ange today. This is fully on players that haven't turned up, players that don't give it all, players that don't give 100%. And you look at this performance, and this is the performance we get. And I cannot stand this, anyone. I'm just so angry with this performance today, and with this performance, it is unacceptable. It is it's not. Everyone has to take the blame today. The manager has to take the blame for not picking the right midfield. The players have to take the blame for not turning up and not giving it their all. The players that have come on, have they made an impact? Probably not as much as we hoped they would. So, we've got a week off where we've got the North London derby coming up. We have to be prepared. We have to be up for that. But I tell you what, we've got Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea coming up. And if we play like we played against them teams, Man City will tear us apart. Liverpool going to tear us apart. Chelsea, well, look, Chelsea, 1 minute are great, 1 minute are shite. Arsenal, will they tear North London derby? Anything can happen. But we could give the initiative back to the players and today have to take responsibility. The manager can only do so much. He can only coach them and set them up. They have to go out and play the way the manager wants to play. If they cannot go out and play the way the manager wants to play, then there's something seriously wrong. Ozzy says, the players are to blame, mate. Yes, I agree, mate. Spot on. But he's not helping much either. Look, I agree with Philip when he says maybe he could have changed it a bit earlier. And maybe they could have. But look, it's down to the players. It's down to the players. It really is. And I'm absolutely fuming with them. We've got the collective. Spot on, mate. Dead on. I agree. It is a collective. It's everyone's responsibility. The manager sets the teams up with tactics and with a way to play. The players then have to go on the pitch and follow that way of playing and follow the manager's instructions. Now, if you're going to start with Bissouma, who for me has been poor for the last couple of games, has been absolutely dreadful the last couple of games, and has not performed, why are you picking him over a midfield that worked against Nottingham Forest in the second half last weekend against Nottingham Forest, who have played together under different managers? We should have started with that. You got Sonny, who really isn't a striker. He isn't the number 9. Sonny is a left winger. And you're getting a left winger to play up front when that is not his natural position. So we made a mistake in the transfer market by not getting another striker in to cover Harry Kane when he left. You've got Johnson today, who for me, for what I've heard and what I've seen on when listening to the commentary and listening to Philip, has been poor. And I'm a massive Johnson fan, by the way. An absolute massive Johnson fan. But for me, again, he's let himself down because he hasn't played well. Sonny taken off. Sonny didn't play well. Bissouma hasn't played well. Van der Ven has made more mistakes today than he has in any game that he's played this season. Vicario the same. And I wonder if this is our off game. But these off games are happening too many. They're happening too often. We've played games this season where we should have won, and we haven't. Philip said, it's my laptop StreamYard. It's freezing. That's fair enough, Philip. Oh, wow. Just got in 3-0. Yeah, well, it's been dreadful. Listen, I want everyone in the chat to big up Mr. Brady, please. It's been a difficult stream for him to do as well. On his own, by the way, while I've been trying to get a stream. So everyone, please put in the chat, put in hashtag great job, Philip, because he deserves that today, because he's absolutely done a fantastic job carrying this stream while I've been looking for a stream and trying to get a link for the game. So big up, Mr. Brady. I really do appreciate you. And everyone, please show appreciation in the chat because he deserves it. He really does, guys. We've got Michael saying, do you think Ange will go to Liverpool if an offer? No way. He won't go. He wants to win something with Tottenham. He wants to win something with Tottenham. And he will stay and do something with Tottenham. The Aussie Goonie says Chelsea won't beat you. I hope they don't. I don't want us to lose to Chelsea. I don't want us to lose to Arsenal either, Aussie Gooner. But it is what it is. And we've got a North London derby, which we're going to have some excellent content coming up, guys. We've got Bobby and Brenny from the Armory coming over for a pre-match show. I'm going over to their pre-match show, and then they're coming over here to do the watch-along with us, joining me and Philip for the watch-along. So I'm telling you, I am looking forward to that one. We've got Levy want that Ange go to the Dippers. No, we won't. Ian says Bissouma has been poor, has been piss poor since the Luton Red. He has. He's been absolutely. And look, with 9 minutes to go. I just don't know what to say. I'm dumbstruck. I am absolutely dumbstruck that we could go back up to St. James's Park and fall apart as quickly and as easily as we have done. It's absolutely been. And Philip, I've been saying I've got people to thank big you up because you've done a fantastic job carrying this. What I've been looking for.
Yeah, can you hear me now? I had to move a location, everything here, but there's a problem. My laptop it hasn't given trouble for a while, but it's doing it again now. So I have it back working. Hopefully, it'll stay till the end of the match. You know.
Yeah. I've put everyone in the chat hashtag great job, Philip. We've got everyone to put that because you've done a fantastic job, Philip, carrying this stream. And what I've been looking for. Philip, look, I mean, Aussie Gooner we've had a bit of banter, but he's made some very good points in the chat. He's saying also Zuma is poor. Højbjerg is a better option.
Yeah,
if you're Ange Postecoglou, Philip, looking towards the Arsenal game or looking towards the next week off, what are you going to say to them players in the next week? What is your plan?
My plan before this game was I was hoping Ange would give the players a few days off. Now, don't give them a few days off. Bring them in and teach them the basics of what they've forgotten completely today. I would make them work harder than ever over the next 2 weeks, because the Arsenal game now for us, it's got to be redemption after this. You've got to do something against Arsenal.
Whereas Richie is out injured with his knee. He should have been back for this game, but
what a chance! Who in the chance? Let's go. Vernon let the ball roll.
Hang on.
It was offside anyway.
Richie had knee injury. Andrew's given them a week off to recover to get ready for the Arsenal game. Just a quick question on Richie, Philip. I was saying while you were off that Sonny isn't the number 9. He isn't the striker. Is the mistake of us not replacing Harry Kane when he left now catching up to us? I know so it is. I really think
you're freezing now, Dermot.
I'm not. You've gone. Philip's gone missing in action. I don't mind if he goes to Liverpool that much. Ian says, Gordon nearly scored there for Newcastle, by the way, to nearly make it 4-0. But it's gone away for a corner kick. Michael McDonald, I hear where you're coming from, but even if you wanted to go to Dippers, I can't see Levy letting them go. No, we won't. Nikila said, Phil needs a new 56k modem. The Gremlins are having a field day. Yeah, they are. You do not feel the Gremlins after midday. Or you don't bring them out when Tottenham are playing at 12:30. And I think Newcastle have scored again, guys. I think it's now 4-0. I'm just waiting for confirmation, but I think it is 4-0, guys. Yeah. 4-0. It's 4-0. 4-0. Newcastle United 4, Tottenham Hotspur 0. Another absolute display.
Whoever the defensive coach of Tottenham has sacked the fucker. How many goals are we going to give away at corners?
Do you know who it is?
Nobody even jumped for that.
It's Ryan Mason. That's who the defensive coach is.
If that took the guy with the beard, the Aussie guy with the beard, Bednarek or whatever you call him. Ryan Mason's not a defensive coach. He's not a defender.
4-0, Philip. We've come up there, Philip. We've come up there. And we've crossed. Yes, King says Ryan Mason is the set piece coach. He is the set piece.
Yeah, but he's the attacking set. He's not a defensive coach. He's not a defender.
I think he does everything. I think he helps with everything.
He doesn't. Ryan Mason is a midfielder. He's not a defender, so he can't be a defensive coach. He might be on the set pieces for corners.
Fine. That's not what I've heard anyway. That's not what I've looked into it.
It's the tall guy with the beard. He used to play for Aston Villa and Crystal Palace. He is the defensive coach.
Fucking fuck's sake.
Look at the Spurs fans leaving now. God help them.
You know what? I've just said there's been 40 goals scored between Newcastle and Tottenham in the last games, Philip.
Yeah. Well, we beat them 4-1 earlier, and they've returned the compliment. In fact, we can't even get a 1.
So in 2 visits there, Philip, we've conceded
10
goals and scored 1. Why do we do this to ourselves, Philip? Why?
I don't know. Thank God with 2 weeks off now. That's all I can say.
Well, we've got the women's game tomorrow, the women's FA Cup semi-final. Bring us back a bit of joy.
Well, let's say that it doesn't have the same intensity as the men's game, but they'll probably fucking lose that as well.
Well, look, Philip, we're all hurting, but look, we move on from this now. It's a defeat. We take it. We move on. It's been a poor performance by Tottenham, a very poor performance
of the season. It's the worst performance of the season. It's even worse than Fulham. It's worse than Fulham. And I never thought I'd say that.
It's 2 attacking teams playing each other, and we've been out of that.
It's one attacking team, and one doesn't know how to attack. Today, we don't know how to attack. We've got nowhere near them. We haven't even managed 1 shot on target, I think, maybe 2.
Yeah.
But
big up to James. Haven't seen you for a while. He said, big up. So he says, we need to start thinking about the summer transfer, especially the coaching staff. And she's a great manager, but this issue precedes him. It's the club culture where Spurs are going wrong. Do you know what, Philip? I agree with that. Yeah. Would you?
Well, I don't know. You see, Andrew's this thing of what he never brings his own coaching staff with him, right? He hires each time he goes. Now, whether that's correct or not, I certainly would be looking at some of the members of the coaching staff. I don't think they're up to the speed at the minute. I think we need to improve. We improved everywhere else in the pitch or in the club. So why not? Why are we letting the coaching staff let us down? You know, there's something not quite right.
We've come out, Philip, and we haven't performed. And you can shout on more as much as you want in these players. Is the summer transfer market, Philip, going to be so essential for us for next season?
Yeah. Clear out the dead wood and bring in some fresh faces where we need them.
So who are you looking to clear out? The 13 that we showed last time, Philip?
Yeah, I did that at half time. The few that are on the list, you know. Oh.
Are you still reassured that you keep Højbjerg for next season?
So. I think so, yeah.
To be fair, Philip, would you be disappointed with Europa League football next season?
Yeah, I would actually. I would, yeah.
Why?
Because I think we worked our way into the Champions League places. Now we look like we're going to blow it. You know.
But you said at the start of the season you'd be happy with.
Oh yeah, at the start. No, I didn't think any of us thought we were going to get the Champions League at the start of the season. So yeah, but the aspirations have moved up a bit, and to see a performance like this now is just so disappointing. You know. And
there's 5 minutes of added on time here, guys, as well. Tequila says, I thought you were on the turn for the minute. Meant Villa. He left Harry Kewell at Celtic Park. Phil, he did, and he was a very good coach for Ange, Harry Kewell up there, Philip.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to come. You know, just because he didn't come to Spurs doesn't mean Ange wanted him, or maybe the Fed didn't want to come to Tottenham. You know.
Yeah. Now, Ozaguna says, like I said, mate, it's only going to get worse. No banter. Bloody hell, you lot on corners. These players need a slap.
The zonal marking has to go. Man for man is the only way it goes.
Yeah, big up. Yeah. Mason is the midfield set piece coach, not defense. I thought he was.
Romero's getting something here.
Anything higher than 8th was progress, but we've been in the top 5 most of the year, so hard to take. Yeah. Any praise on Newcastle, Philip? I mean, they deserve it.
Listen, they played well, but I'll tell you one thing. Sheffield United would have beaten us today the way we played. You know, they played well. They played well. They're up for the game. We weren't. We never showed up. Absolutely never showed up.
So are you saying, Philip, basically that we shot ourselves in the foot? Newcastle were beatable. We just shot ourselves in the foot.
Any team is beatable. We just didn't turn up today. Okay, the 2 goals in a minute didn't help, right? But there's no excuses for today. Absolutely no excuses for today. There's always going to be games like this. But when you get so close to Champions League, to go and lose to a team that's 13 points behind you in the league, you know, come on.
Do you agree with Jay Green here, Philip? He says, as Spurs fans, we need to back Ange, which we do.
Yeah,
me and Philip
absolutely.
both back Ange 100%. We need to change the culture and raise the expectations like Ange wants. In fairness, we need a defensive coach, but this was an issue under Conte and Nuno. Big up, lads. Philip, this is an issue that has dogged us since the Mourinho days.
Yeah,
why
absolutely.
can we not defend corners?
I don't know. Because of the way we mark them, I think the way we do the zonal marking, I think that's suicidal. We're just standing there watching, waiting for somebody else to pick the player up. It doesn't work.
We're going to get Sonny come out. This isn't good enough. We're going to get the same old from the Tottenham players, Philip. For me, I'm getting sick of hearing it. I just want them to perform and show on the pitch how sorry they feel.
Yeah.
Where are you putting today, Philip, as we come to the end of the game? What's your thoughts going into the North London derby, the week of the North London derby? Are you now not excited about the North London derby? Are you worried? Are you apprehensive? What's your feelings?
I'm fucking petrified, damn it.
Yeah.
We play like that today. Arsenal will get double figures against us. That's how bad.
I can't disagree with you, Philip. I can't disagree with you.
No, I hate to say that, but that's just the way it is. And Arsenal will be watching this, and they'll be licking their lips. We will not. We will be absolutely hammered.
But do you think it being at home, Philip? Do you think it being at home with our fans that it might make a difference?
It should do, but I don't know if it will or not. To be honest, I don't know. I'm just depressed after this.
Will you two stay on and do the Celtics at Mirren game? Philip has to shoot.
I'm off.
Yeah.
3 o'clock.
I'm going to have to do some shopping, but I may pop on later and do a live stream over this tonight. Maybe one on my own. Me and Philip are back tomorrow about 8 o'clock. Okay for you tomorrow night, Philip?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No, is that right for you?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Game over. Yeah. Switch off the telly.
The podcast. It is now finished here. Philip, where do you go with this? What a disappointment. What a disaster. 4-0. Where are we going with this, Philip?
We have to regroup. And she's got to play hardball with these fellas now. Just because they got to the top, just because they're in fourth. Actually, we're no longer fourth now because our goal difference is worse than Villa's. We're down
the fifth.
Villa have moved up a place without even playing. That's how bad that is today.
What's the goal difference now, Philip? Sorry. Are we 2 goals behind?
No, 1, I think. Hold on, I'll tell you now. Villa have 17 and we have 16. We're 1 behind. There's 1 goal. They've scored 66, let in 49. We've scored 65 and let in 49.
It's going to go to the last game of the season, Philip.
Yeah.
But if they lose tomorrow, we could get back.
If they lose 2-0 tomorrow, we're back into fourth. So that's anyway. Listen, I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, lads.
Yeah, just very quickly, Philip. Look, you don't need to apologise for anything, Philip. You're grand. Look, where are you on this now? Where's your head after this now? Are you worried now for the rest of the season?
I'm very worried. I'm very worried. Very worried. Very worried.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll tell you, we can't. If we blow a 10-point lead to get into Europe, then I think that's the ultimate. We won't. I don't think we will now because look at the games we've got. We've Burnley. We've got Sheffield United. The other games are tough, but I think we get 1 win against Arsenal, Liverpool, and City. If we beat one of those, then I think we've got a chance. As long as we beat Burnley and Sheffield United.
Do you know what worries me, Philip? It's our away games. That's what worries me.
Yeah.
We haven't got the mental strength.
There's 3 at home and 3 away now, so that's we're leveled up a bit.
But we haven't got the mental strength, Philip, to go away to a place like Newcastle and crumble under the atmosphere in Newcastle, and we did crumble. How are we going to be going up to Liverpool and bloody Chelsea?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll deal with that later. I don't know.
Anyway, well, look, I know you need to go, Philip. So if you want to pop off, and
yes, I will. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, all right. I'll speak to you later, Philip. You take care. Thanks for doing it today and getting through that when I've been looking for a stream. Really appreciate it today, Philip. Thank you so much. All right, I'll speak to you later. Tomorrow's a better day. Tomorrow is a better day. But do look at the games we've got coming up, guys. We've got Arsenal home, Burnley home, Man City home. We've got Chelsea away, Liverpool away, Sheffield United away. I fear for the rest of these games. We have not got the mental attitude to fucking go into a game like this. I mean, we've went up to Newcastle today and we have crumbled. We have faded away like a bunch of immature wimps. Where we should be going up to Newcastle, we're top 4. We're here to win this game. Put them to the sword. Put Villa under pressure. And what do? We give Villa the incentive. Don't worry, Villa, we let it back in the top 4 again. Today it's not acceptable from anybody. Today is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. Them players today, every one of them, and I'll get them up there now. I'll take that off now, guys. I'll get these up. Look, every one of them, Vicario, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Bentancur, Basuma, Manderson, Johnson, Son, Werner, need to all hang their heads in shame. Every fucking one of them. Then the players that came on, Højbjerg, you all need to hang your head in shame. Every one of you. You don't go, you let us down last season, and again we've gone up there and we've crumbled like a sandcastle. You cannot do that. We're fighting for Champions League football. We're fighting for top 4. We've got a North London derby in 2 weeks' time. Arsenal fans and Arsenal team are looking at that thinking, Jesus, these are an easy team to play. I am absolutely fuming with this, and I'm going to take time. I'm going to watch the game if I can and come back, and I will come back tonight and do a Dermatron demolition, because I haven't done one of those streams for a long time. Dermatron demolition is coming tonight because I am absolutely fuming with this. Let's see. Let's see what got the crack. Big up to Chris. Chris says Ange has to get rid of 5 or 6 players of today's side. Midfield's weak as piss, lads. Not one player from the mid to the front 3 consistently quality. Not even Sonny. Have to face it. Not good enough for Europa Conference. Do you know what? I don't think I could disagree with you guys. I said 8 to 11 points, and that includes a draw today. Yeah, well, Ian, I think you may be a bit out on that scoring. We've got Tequila Dermo. We haven't had the mental attitude in many years under different managers. Just ask Conte. He was right in one. And I'm going to find that Conte quote, by the way, or find that clip, and I'm going to download it. I'm going to play it. And I want to know, was he right in what he's saying? Was he right in what he said? Is he still right in what he said? We've made huge achievements under Ange this season. We've made huge leap forwards for where we were last season to here. Let's not all get doom and gloom. Think of where we were this time last season to here. We're in a completely different space whatsoever. But the players have let us down, like they let us down against Fulham. We've gone away with a chance to take top 4, and we've blown it. The Huns won't win that match. Michael, let me know what's going on up there with the Rangers Dundee. Were Rangers right to say in their press conference, in their letter? Let me know what you think of that, because I think Rangers were being a little bit talking out their arse. We got Tequila. It didn't have us losing today based on predictions. I did a few weeks ago. I had Villa 4th at the end of the. Sorry to say, I think you're right. JD Green, I can't understand why Spurs choke so often. There's no silverware at stake. Let's just for once risk it and go for it. No fear. Imagine if a trophy was at stake. The players can't cope. No, they can't. We've got Tequila. Didn't expect 4-0 though. Neither did I. I had us drawing against the Toon and Scum, losing to the Dippers and Chav and winning the other 2. We've got Dragon D Nuts. Werner's goal scoring ability cost us. Yeah, absolutely. We've got Tequila, the Dermatron Derby. Yeah, it is. Michael saying these games happen when you pump Arsenal, it'll be a different atmosphere. Exactly, Michael. Look, I that's the way I have it in my head. We do have these games, but these games happen very too often. But we've got to be up. I think the crowd will get the players up for that North London derby. We need to make that stadium as hostile and as possible. I had a bet on this, including the score 4. Big up, Chris. Which way? Which way if you did? Which way? So let us know. And this was a Waterloo level. Yeah, it was. Well, look, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Look, it's been a watch along where we've struggled on and off the pitch. We've struggled on the stream. We've struggled on the pitch. But look, I'm going to go for it, say something I may regret because I'm that angry. But whatever you do, please enjoy yourself. We are back later. Hotspur. Oh, Chris, I am so sorry. Look, I may be back late tonight. I'm going to go and watch the game on Spurs play later when it comes up. And then we'll take it from there if I do something. I may do something. Oh, dear. Take care, lads. Try to enjoy your weekend if you can. Any tips for the national? I didn't even know it was on today, to be fair. Say it and then take care, everyone. Take care. But look, as always, in Ange, we trust. Come on, you Spurs. We will come back from this. And Arsenal, you better be warned because we're coming to get you.